Been a long time without the without the crew. So welcome back to Nerd Culture. Woo, that was a stutter. A nerd culture crack. Wow.
We'll leave
Thanks
it
for
like that.
joining us
It's a
here.
crack.
That's our new friend. Say hello, Echo.
Hi, my name's Echo.
Yeah, she's gonna
I'm part of the
be.
new crack crew.
I mean, what do we even call our fan base? Like, culture fiends? That sounds better.
Crackheads.
That sounds better.
Culture fiends? Crackheads.
Culture fiends, crackheads, and
Little
nerds. Yeah.
fiends.
But
Crackheads.
yeah, I guess now we're about to react to what's good about Iron Man. Or great.
Okay. Right.
A little discombobulated here.
Yeah, it took a while to set everything up again after a while. Right, we're all ready?
Losing memories, yes.
Yeah.
He's back, everybody. Robert Downey Jr. is back. And man, did he earn it. Thank you, John
Hell yeah.
Favreau, for believing in him.
Mm.
Confused why I'm saying this? That's AC/DC's Back in Black playing in the background, and it might as well be Robert Downey Jr.'s career theme song.
Having a hard time not looking at
I
you
agree
now.
with
Is
that.
Weird?
Breaking the ice. Whoa, that was quick. Less than 4 minutes to turn Tony into the shrapnel-hearted dude in need of a mini arc reactor. And this is how you mess with your audience through tone shifts. Yeah, haha, pictures, gang signs are funny. Bang, they're all dead.
Pretty much.
Yeah?
Also irony. Robert Downey Jr., guys. Am I right? He conveys fear, confusion, and then a tad of indifference and levity, all with facial expressions. He's probably mostly upset because he didn't like that shroud on his face.
I'm going to point out, is he just going to flirt with Robert Downey Jr. the entire video?
It sounds like he is. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just a weird fascination with Robert.
I mean, I love Robert Downey Jr. I love his entire career.
I
But
mean, I share a birthday with the guy, so I mean,
I forgot about that.
it's a little weird. It's like he's taking a little too much of a shine to Robert Downey Jr. It's supposed to be about Iron Man in the movie,
yeah.
but it's like he's making it the Robert Downey, which it was his comeback movie, I guess. Anyway,
After what, Sherlock Holmes? I don't remember.
No, I think he did Sherlock
Oh,
Holmes after this.
yeah. My dad loves those Sherlock Holmes movies.
I think he also did Tropic Thunder after this as well. The awkward silence isn't good. Are you ready?
Oh no, I got distracted. Good, yeah.
God damn it.
And then Title Card. What a movie. Sorry, Morty, but you just don't always need to start your stories where they begin. What the? Bill Gates? So Stark is Paul Allen in this universe? Okay, first, this MIT article is about exactly what the headline says it is. Second, at age 16, Stark was already theorizing and developing AI. And third, this is both a contradictory statement / self-fulfilling Ultron prophecy and biggest mistake he'll end up making. So far, at least.
Hold on.
Yeah, pretty much.
What does this actually say? I've never read this before. Going off a radical simple theorem that artificial intelligence can be embedded with personality through alternative
Programming.
Yeah.
is currently putting the finishing touches onto robotic prototypes that he believes will listen to him and learn from his behaviors. That's Jarvis, but you could say it's Ultron, but Jarvis was the start of Ultron, wasn't he?
Yeah. It was he created Jarvis, and then Jarvis in itself created Ultron.
Stark.
If I'm remembering.
No, yeah. World War II, helped deliver the atom bomb, possible feat. Stark is no stranger to science, circuit boards, okay, it's just... Oh, yeah.
Also, is that his fire safety robot buddy? Is that why he's such a moron? Because teenage Tony built him? I read that people are complaining that
An iconic American strength is around after the attack on Pearl Harbor. What the? Okay.
President Roosevelt declared that the United States would build 50,000 planes to fight the armies of, I'm assuming, Hiroshima.
And that's actually true. That's true to history.
Yeah, it's just like they're intertwining Marvel with actual history.
Mm.
I'm looking to see if there's any like Winter Soldier kind of leaks. But I doubt it. They don't mention where he died, though, do they? He died in Russia, wasn't it? Was it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember much from Captain America: Winter Soldier, but
I think it was a Russian road. I think. Anyway, yeah.
Nemo's December 16th, 1991 date didn't match up with this one, but this is the headline from the day of his funeral, seemingly the day after his death. Howard knew the creator of Space Paranoids?
Tony?
Bet he would have showed up for Don Cheadle. Okay.
Okay.
no.
That's just nasty. That was mean.
So, weird coincidences, I guess. Apparently, Favreau let slip that Hilary Swank would make a cameo in Iron Man as a diversion from Sam Jackson's Nick Fury cameo? But is it just me, or is this actress a dead ringer for Swank? And
Is that true?
I don't know.
I guess so. I mean, can you fact check it?
I can try. I don't know if my phone will let me.
We don't have to. We can continue with the video.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
speaking of cameos, smart of Favreau to just watch and not gamble this time around. He ain't as money as Stark, and he knows it.
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
And what do you say to your other nickname, the Merchant of Death?
That's not bad.
Double honesty. Tony gets his James Bond moment and a Bond score.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. The weather in Malibu is 72 degrees.
Everything about this house. The heads-up display, self-tinting windows, Jarvis's silky smooth wake-up call, this view, just, yeah.
I do.
That
and
view is
Beautiful.
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 Including occasionally taking out the trash.
That pepper burns.
Wow, Pepper.
You know, I wanted to make some connection to Robert Downey Jr.'s 80s and 90s fame roots, but honestly, the thing I remember him most from in the 80s was the pretty boyfriend in Weird Science. So, yeah, can't you picture that kid, whatever his name was?
He kind of is flirting with him the whole video.
He is.
Drinking.
Is it better to be feared or respected? And I say, is it too much to ask for both?
I'm not sure comic Tony Stark is quite as devil-may-care, happy-go-lucky as Robert Downey Jr., but
Oh, he is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he very much is, especially now.
Yeah. So, well, then
Especially
again,
now.
they're basing it more around RDJ after Iron Man in the comics, but beforehand he was still like this. Yeah, he was like this just before Avengers happened in his own little comic story. He was always this.
I believe so. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't understand that comment. I don't fully agree with it.
Robert Downey Jr. made this genius billionaire inventor his own.
That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it. And
That
it's
is
worked out
worth
pretty
it
well so far.
And as one of my favorite speeches, it's even more impressive that they wrote it right before filming this scene.
Oh.
That is such
Tony
an
Stark is
epic
immune to a
mic
missile
drop.
blast. Yet.
It is. Oh, that's nasty.
Ew, ew, ew.
Wait, did he counter that? Was that a win
Yeah, he
counter?
counted.
Nope.
He went nope. Okay.
And then it went ding.
Mm.
Yep.
Right. Nah. So there's this shot that's only one frame long, and it seems like while being waterboarded, he had the idea for the palladium ring in his arc reactor. It's interesting that they hint at Stark Industries dealing with terrorists, but you could still easily assume these weapons were all stolen by the Ten Rings. It's still the first step in Tony's unraveling. Beautiful beard win.
Start working immediately, and when you're done, it will set you free.
No,
No, well.
Situational awareness.
kill me. You. Either way, and if they don't...
I loved him. He was a sweet guy in the movie.
This is a very important week for you, isn't it?
Man, I love that.
It is
line.
comic
Even
accurate,
me,
too.
The ultimate optimist
Yeah.
would struggle when facing my imminent death like this. But Yinsen speaks the truth. We're only here for a blip as it is, so make your time count. Sorry to get all preachy on you.
La fiche.
So I know he just said working in response to what is he doing, but I choose to believe they're actually playing a game of Go Fish.
La fiche.
This is one of those scenes where I have no clue what's technically going on, but man, does it look cool and make me want to quit everything and become an engineer / genius.
That could.
Okay. Since I watched Iron Man, I've always had theories about the arc reactor. You know how copper conducts electricity and keeps it going in circles?
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is the rotation and the friction between the electricity churning in a circle is actually creating electricity from the friction. And that powers it. And it's like perpetuous energy always circulating. That's how I always pictured it. And it's theoretically possible in real life to do, just not to that scale. We're nowhere close to that kind of technology. But the premise of how they did it with the copper wires around is technically scientifically accurate, which I like about this movie.
When you think about it, it's kind of like the Rasengan for all you Naruto fans. Perpetual spinning energy that you have to contain into a localized area in your hand.
Yeah.
You lost me.
The buildup of that energy, depending on how fast it goes.
That's how the Rasengan is formed. It's basically perpetual inner chakra, which is energy that you formulate and spin in your hand in order to control it, and you release it in an output of energy towards your opponent. It's kind of like that, except it's just like a perpetually spinning battery.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing too complicated. We'll go into Naruto another time since I'm watching that on my own, but that's what the concept of the arc reactor kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. Well, you know me, I'm always a science geek, so I try to fact check it. It's not real, trust me. The arc reactor doesn't exist in this day and age. As far as but
even though there are attempts trying to replicate it.
Oh yeah. But the scientific premise is sound from what it's actually doing, which I like. I like the accuracy on it.
You on your heart for 50 lifetimes.
Yeah. Or something big for 15 minutes.
Mark 1 shadowing.
It allowed the great Genghis Khan to rule from the Pacific to the Ukraine.
History lessons. Robert Downey Jr.'s workout routine. Whoa, terrorist Tom Morello? What a terrifying intro for the Mark 1. In the shadows, stalking these goons. And as unrealistic as this concept is, somehow they made this suit crude enough to really seem like something two geniuses could build in a cave with limited resources. And it's not
The box is cracked.
But fortunately, there's always dumb henchmen you can count on to execute themselves.
Oh.
Oh, the scene.
Sincere moment between short-lived friends. Even the
I have to say this. The one thing I love about Stark and Tony Stark, he learns instantly from his mistakes. Every time. And he gets it in little pointers. I mean, in this one, it was him. He said, don't waste your life. He didn't waste it. He started a team. He protected the world. That he progressively did not waste his life. And stuff in like Iron Man 2, where he learns about, what is it? There was a stim. That guy, who's that guy called with the whips? The electric whips?
Whiplash. Ivan Marco.
Yeah, when he visited him in prison after the Monaco scene, he said, if you can make God bleed, people will stop believing in him. And it's a tie to when he fought Thanos, and he fought so hard just to make him bleed a little bit. Just because of that saying, like, he learned that people stop believing you the second they see you bleed. Like, every little detail he picks up, and I love that. So this means a hell of a lot more when you know Tony, to what he will do from what his last words were. And I feel like it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, from what I read from not read, but from what comics explained, the way comics explained put it, he said that Tony Stark is like the ultimate futurist. Like nobody in Marvel Comics like tries to build and prepare for the future as much as Tony Stark does. Not even like Reed Richards. Like
Reed builds for the moment.
Reed tries to build for things that happen soon rather than later. Well, Tony is more like, I don't want to say Batman, but kind of like Batman, planning for every situation. Like,
it's always better to stay 3 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to be coming out.
Subtext of that thanks and completely submits to Inson's last commission. There has to be a draft of this screenplay where he emerges from the cave to Black Sabbath, right? I fully expected it to do. In hindsight, it was the right call not to play Iron Man, maintaining the intensity of this scene where he torches everybody. Even Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
Oh.
on.
Wilhelm scream, yeah.
I fucking love the Wilhelm scream.
Everybody. Even Wilhelm.
I heard it. It was so quiet. Okay.
Oh, that must have hurt. Oh,
I'm not gonna
I can
lie.
only imagine.
look at his face.
He should have goddamn died. Okay.
He really
Yeah.
should have died, yeah. Like the way he hit the ground, yeah, he really should have died. In a suit made of metal, like
Yeah.
with nothing to protect him.
He was tortured for months, right? With barely any food or water, just enough to survive and do what he needs to do. His body's weak right now. How?
Movie logic.
I give it a pass. It's an Iron Man suit.
Yeah,
Optimism.
yeah.
What's the fun be?
Rhodey to the rescue. Also hugging.
Effective immediately, I am shutting down the weapons manufacturer division.
Turning over a new leaf.
That's what we
That's another thing. Do you think the decision to turn down the weapons manufacturer was a good idea for Stark to do?
Yes and no. The reason I say no
Yeah.
is because people were going to take his information anyway. I mean, like, he's a business. Like Stark Industries is a business. Like, people were going to find some way to get his information out there regardless. Like,
Yeah, companies have their own ways of transferring different data like that, and people can get anything if they really try.
Yeah. A lot of smugglers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he wants to do good in his life, granted, but it also makes him billions. But then again, it was misused. I think morally, yes. Logically, no. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Let's move on.
Ironmongers.
Well, technically you're the Ironmonger, but I see what you're getting at.
Come on.
Because technically anything could be made into a
You
weapon.
know, the Kevin Flynn's and Lebowski's
Yeah.
of the world. So
Mhm.
this is
I don't
something
remember
so
what
simple,
weapon
but it's
it
a
was, but I've
perfect
seen
example of what makes
something
this movie so
where they
well done.
used like a
There's
Barbie
nary a
doll
wasted frame in
leg
this whole film.
in the.
A Barbie doll leg?
Yeah, I can't remember what weapon it was used in though. But do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Ooh,
Shout out to you.
No, I do know that certain weapons manufacturers will use toys in their like manufacturing of weapons, but I've never really heard of it. Like, I believed it was discontinued, but I don't remember.
Yeah, sorry, I can't lost on that one.
Yeah, that's some new information.
We see Tony build the first arc reactor, and then Yinsen installs it, implants it into Tony's chest off screen. So this time we skip the build, but get to see Pepper actually put it in.
Ever ask me to do anything like that ever again.
I don't have any, but yeah.
Okay, I want to point out I love this scene for the simple fact of that's a fake chest above him, because his neck is way too like disproportioned backwards a bit.
Yeah.
You don't see it unless you really see it, if that makes sense. You gotta know about it, but you can tell it's just a fake chest above him and he's like stood up halfway. I thought that was a cool fact.
Candor. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.'s workout routine.
I need you to listen to me.
No, what you need is time to get your mind right.
Too bad, Terrence. You could have been War Machine in this film had you just taken the time. You'd think that the slow build of an Iron Man suit would get boring, but man, does it not. There's something so satisfying about seeing him work on tiny minute
Yeah, it's
details
so
involved in building
cool,
armaments,
man.
showing all the naked functionality and insane amount of design, engineering, and the occasional hiccup that goes into the Mark II. Again, concept hard to buy, execution totally believable.
Have you heard about this Russian guy who's building an Iron Man suit? Like,
No.
He's got down to the point, he taught himself engineering science, basically, to build the suit. He's made it proportionate to his body that actually works like an Iron Man suit. He's got blasters, pulsar blasters, and I think he started off with compulsed air, but now he shoots plasma.
ooh.
Which it's so cool. It's some Russian guy who's doing it, and I forgot his name, but he literally went, I want to be Iron Man, and he's actively going for it. And I love that, and it's so cool.
It's actually really cool.
I'll show
But
you.
then, you know, some people are going to try to sell us technology, you know.
Dude, the second we start doing stuff like this and building stuff like this, we're done for.
Like, I mean,
Take the time to show us how
we'd
difficult
actually
just
live in
hovering
the
is
age of the
So
superhero.
as he slowly gets the hang of it and finds his
Can you
balance,
freeze the
we
video
feel
for a
like we're on
second?
this journey.
Because I was looking more into that Barbie doll thing. Apparently, Jack Ryan, the lead designer for Mattel, if I can Mattel,
Yeah,
who
Mattel.
created Barbie, he started off with making missiles.
Oh.
Oh, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Come to think of it, a
Yeah,
lot of toy makers end up before they, like, at least in history, as far as I can tell, a lot of people who became toy makers or inventors used to be in the army or in like weapons production.
Yeah, he worked on Cold War era and ground to air defense missiles.
Ground to air. Okay, so Sam's. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then again, after the war, I mean, their skills had to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a cool fact. I never knew that.
Yeah, neither did I.
With him.
Yeah, I can fly.
Complain that these inside the helmet shots are only to sate Robert Downey Jr.'s ego all you want. They're awesome, inventive, and show us how ridiculously amazing his heads-up display is and further solidify how much of a genius he is to be able to process all that information on the screen. And one more look at the intricacy and detail of the suit. Robert sells flying like a champ. And again, it's like a magic genie suit. Whatever you need or want to happen, whatever capability you think it has, and more. And somehow every feature is still
I would pass out.
Oh,
My fear of heights
love
would
this.
say no.
I know this seems risky, but this line,
Sometimes you gotta run before you can walk.
is exactly what gives Tony the upper hand in his final battle with Ironmonger.
Yeah.
Good thing he installed solid state
There he
drives in
goes.
his suit. Boot time on discs would have ended this movie really quickly.
Ooh.
Okay.
It breaks my heart seeing that car in that condition.
There's one thing that he didn't point out that I want to point out. When he flies out of the garage for the first time, the heads-up display pinks the wall, saying you're going to hit that, as it shows for like a split second, and he hits the wall before he comes out of the garage. Like, that little show of detail of how the suit operates is beautiful. So, yeah, fully agree with all he just said in the past, like, 10 seconds.
Helpful robot. Another pepper burn, but with a side of sweetness. So what's that, like sweet Chipotle? Some might criticize Tony for not telling Rhodey and the government to go find and destroy the remnants of his Mark I, but really, without the arc reactor, it's just a really heavy suit of armor.
Perhaps if you intend to visit other planets, we should improve the X.
Oh, Jarvis, you minx. Throwing out a little Infinity War shadowing.
Connect to the Cisco, have it reconfigure the shell metals, use the gold titanium alloy from the Seraphim tactical satellite.
Using the titanium alloy from the satellites is a great reason for the gold color in his suit.
Look great,
Yeah.
There has to be some fan fiction theory out there about how Stan Lee is actually a time-traveling godlike character similar to Jacob from Lost, right?
Honestly, yeah, it would make so much sense.
There was a theory that he was an old Captain America gone back in time, which I kind of want to stick to that theory. I know they can't prove it now, like make it a thing, but to me, having, you know, when Captain America went back in time, he's just checking up on his friends.
Yeah.
Going through.
Yeah.
Because around in Endgame, that's when Stan Lee passed away, and it would work perfectly like that. So I'm keeping that in my heart that that's just Captain America.
Yeah.
But we all know it's Stan Lee, and I love him so much.
Yeah, man, that man was great.
And Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division.
God, you need a new name for that.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Ah, Coulson. It's not like an acronym is staring you in the face. Come on, get it together. See, this is one of those wins that sends people to the comment section saying, that sounds more like a sin, but mentioning S.H.I.E.L.D. in this tongue-in-cheek way is the win. And wouldn't it be boring if I just said mentioning S.H.I.E.L.D. in a tongue-in-cheek way?
You're missing just a couple of
Okay, I'll take that.
there.
Hey, hold on. That was the great sit counter.
Allergy.
No takers? Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, no, you can have that all to yourself.
Alright, we'll move on to shit.
I got you for the other 8.
Flirting.
Can I at least get a reaction from you?
Panic. I would say panic.
More honesty. So here's something you may have missed while you were cursing out Tony for abandoning Pepper on the roof. Number 1, this happens.
Who do you think locked you out? I was the one who filed the injunction against you.
So that could be distracting. And number 2,
It's a town called Golmira.
you may have forgotten that Ianson comes from,
Lumira.
so it has an extra
Oh.
impact on Tony.
Not gonna lie, I did not know that. Not at all. That's new information. That's cool.
Apparently, Barney's ex-girlfriend Nora has been in the news game for a long time. Iron Man's version of Finestra.
Oh,
scene
this
will
suit
always
up
be cool.
scene is
Really
iconic.
just doesn't get any cooler than this. This scene still
It's
gives me
so
chills when it was the
nice.
first time I saw him get in the suit in theaters. And then he
Yeah.
just takes a quick flight over to Afghanistan. So awesome. Is that snow? Did they actually add snow to this Hollywood set in order to make a believable and accurate Afghanistan, even though the majority of people probably assume Afghanistan, Middle East, must be hot?
That landing, I
Oh.
swear, every time.
This entire scene is just cool. How he effortlessly wipes everyone out on his first go around.
Digital anti-stormtrooper aim.
He's all
He's
yours.
all yours.
That voice. Also generosity.
Dude, this
And
is.
then the walk away from this tank.
It's
Oh
like
my
good guys don't look
God.
at
What a
explosions.
fun and intense scene. Iron Man's first aerial battle where he's just trying to escape with tension throughout that's undercut with his apathetic conversation with Rhodey.
Jogging in the canyon.
I thought you were driving.
Right, I was driving to the canyon where I'm gonna jog.
It's
Iron
me.
Man cartoon theme. Saving the guy whose wing you trashed.
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
You mean like stealing Cap's shield? Right there. That's when Obadiah realized the
Ouch.
suit was nothing without the reactor and he didn't need fake stand-in pre-Ben Kingsley Mandarin.
Technology. It's always been your Achilles heel in this part of the world.
Man, that's gotta sting. Wasn't it you who gave this speech?
The bow and arrow once was the pinnacle of weapons technology.
Remember when you guys had us outnumbered? Yeah. It's interesting that throughout this movie, Tony is handed things, but when he gets back from Afghanistan, he says,
There's nothing to sign. There's the next mission.
after learning that weapon shipments were being made without his knowledge through being handed pictures. Maybe a bit of a stretch, but I'd buy it.
You're
Yeah,
all have too.
I could accept
Sweet
that.
moment between these two. Also, are those some kind of metal contact burns on his neck?
I know what you're going through, Pepper.
If there's one thing that aspiring villains could learn from Jeff Bridges, it's not slow talk interrogation or backhanded creepy compliments.
You are a very rare woman.
It's invade their personal space.
Puzzle.
Of course.
Ooh.
Here is the technology.
Classic moment coming up. Oh.
See what I mean?
To forget about our appointment?
Nope, right now. Come with me. We're gonna
I just jumped over it.
walk with me.
Is that it?
Coulson, always with the best.
Is that not
timing.
gonna play it?
Hit on you.
Wait, he's not gonna give a
No,
tip.
yeah, he just jumped over it. Yeah.
What the?
Oh wow.
Okay,
Mm-mm-mm.
that hurt me a bit. That is the most. I think one of the most iconic scenes from the movie. Okay, whatever.
All right, Tony. Now
Bumble
you're
shock.
shocked, but still paralyzed, but shocked. No, more paralyzed, but still shocked. Dumb robot to the rescue.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Correct.
Next time, baby.
Also correct. Though not you, Terrence.
I thought it'd be bigger.
That's not just innuendo. She saw this. So she'd be expecting a suit 10 feet tall.
Oh, there's your 10 feet tall suit.
Mm-hmm.
Monger.
Oh,
Saving Pepper and entering into an awesome power suit fight. Mike's
Which Tony kind of did get washed in. I'm not gonna
he
lie.
did. He did.
True.
But he was
Simply
smarter,
said,
and he set it up.
Very clever, Tony.
And that's what makes the conclusion to this film so great. Tony proves right in his first outing that he's more than just the suit, since his suit is nothing more than a glorified shield.
Glorified shield.
Thank goodness Obadiah doesn't have anti-stormtrooper aim. There must be an easier way to say that. Oh well. Hey, we'll beam to space. Who remembered that?
It's a bodyguard? use my body? I mean, that's kind of flimsy, don't you?
Haha, I can already tell his ego is way too big to have a bodyguard. Meaning film Tony's ego is bigger than comic Tony's ego.
From the strategic homeland and
Just call us
At this point, yes.
Attaboy, Coulson.
Yeah, if I were Iron Man, I'd have this girlfriend who knew my true identity.
So many typical superhero moments being undercut. Meta secret identity girlfriend jokes, and that moment we shared trope where Pepper crashes the reality of what happened down in his head.
left me there by myself. Is that the night you're talking about?
Good stuff.
Entirely to make wild accusations or insinuate that I'm a superhero.
Modesty.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, man.
Also roll credit. Oh, never mind. Much more appropriate time for this song. Man,
Yes.
remember the days before mid-credit stingers? You kids don't even know. We had to sit until the very end just to get a glimpse of that eye patch. But fun fact,
God, man. Oh my God. He's so right. He's so right. You had to sit through the entire credit sequence just to get a glimpse of Samuel L. Jackson. Just a glimpse.
Because it was one of those things you sit down and you're like, all right, I got prepared to sit here for 5 minutes. 10 if you were lucky. And you got to see. Oh, I still do that. Marvel movies that come out now, I'll go see them in theaters. I will not leave.
I do that with every movie now because of Marvel movies.
Yeah, I think did Marvel set that standard for post-credit scenes?
I don't think they set the standard because I know, if I'm not mistaken, I think Star Wars did a couple. Like I'm pretty sure Star Wars did like mid-credit scenes and post-credit scenes, but I think the standard was set with Marvel.
Yeah, what movies started post-credit scenes? The Silencers in 1966, a James Bond parody.
That
And it was more popularized by the Muppet movie and Marvel films.
The Muppet movie?
Of 1979, the Muppet movie and Marvel films made it iconic.
Wow.
You know, the more you know.
What?
Commanded to Favreau to put it at the very end of the credits. They did it. They really did it. They made an awesome Iron Man film. I barely believed it when I saw it in theaters. In the same way that Reynolds and Jackman are their respective characters, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. He made this character his own.
Yes, he did.
Man, it's been almost a decade
He really
since this
did.
movie kicked off the MCU. I try not to really rank films like this. There are just so many different factors and variables. So I'm not saying
Decade. It's almost been.
movie, but you
It's almost been 2 decades at this point. Like,
We're 2 years away from 2 decades from this movie. Oh god.
Oh, I feel old.
very old.
Damn. Okay.
Because this came out of 2008, correct? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Damn. And the funny thing is, I will go back and watch this gladly.
Most of the Marvel movies that are made, I would probably sit through again. Like,
Yeah,
like
same.
everything up to like I'd say phase 4.
I'd push it to phase 5, I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe phase 5, but it's just like
I wanna get
everything with the
Endgame in there.
multiverse. Yeah. It's just everything with the multiverse, they kind of fumbled really badly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they did fund it. Like they created so many storylines, but never finished the plots of them, and just left them hanging in the air a lot of times. And it does kind of suck. But yeah.
You can see threads of almost every other movie throughout this film. So many of the things that make this universe great were tried, tested, and ultimately succeeded in this film. Some have been used to death, a lot of people are tired of the quippiness, but they really nailed the origin story excitement. And I'm not saying they're all the same either. Each Captain America film had its own personal feel, and each MCU movie's themes and foes are suited to its individual hero. Yet they still all exist together in a cohesive universe. I feel like I've been hard on Tony when he comes up in Avengers movies or Cap movies. I forget how much he's been through. Tony has a number of arcs throughout each adventure/conflict he's involved in, and they really just touch the surface of his personality in this film while still introducing an intriguing character. Yinsen puts it best.
So you're a man who has everything. And nothing.
And he also has very few people he trusts. Happy is a loyal servant, but Pepper is the only person he truly confides in.
I don't have anyone but you.
And it's not just what we're told through the characterizations of Tony, it's his character in general. He stands alone as the only quippy, quirky guy in the bunch. Pepper occasionally matches wits with him, but other than that, it's as if he exists in his own little world. The straight-laced military man Rhodey in one ear and the cunning businessman Obadiah in the other. I've heard complaints that Tony's real arc is shuffled to the side for the Iron Man suit, but I see it more as a PTSD response to his time in the cave with Yinsen.
Dude, everything Iron Man does is a PTSD response.
It kind of is, yeah. He creates Ultron in order to like fear for every outcome because of the Avengers outbreak. Like,
yeah, and in Iron Man 3, he had PTSD from Avengers, which he overcame. Like, everything Iron Man has done in the movies is because of PTSD. The second one was because he was scared that someone was going to make a suit like his, because he felt like, oh, it does hurt, and it's bad if people have more, than him. But then it comes to realize with Rhodey. But that was PTSD. You got that with Iron Man 3. Avengers was PTSD. Civil War was massive PTSD.
Yeah, true.
Every goddamn movie Iron Man's in is PTSD.
pretty much, but that's also what makes him such a futurist.
Yeah, he always prepares. He takes that trauma that makes it good. He turns it into something that can be used and viable for the world. I love Iron Man.
Comes back a new man, totally tunnel vision on the goal of fixing the world. The adrenaline rush from the time he's captured to his showdown with Ironmonger wouldn't have let up. It's not until later films that we see the cracks start to show. Tony Stark was our introduction to the MCU. He's the first superhero for our purposes, and like I said in my Avengers video, he's our surrogate into this universe.
Do you agree he was the first superhero? Do you agree he was the first superhero movie?
Okay, for this universe, yes, he was.
Because we did have a Hulk movie before this.
Yeah, but
Iron Man.
But people look at the Hulk as a monster.
Yeah, but the
post-credit
scene of Hulk led up to Iron Man.
That's what I'm saying. I would say, Iron Man is like the one who coined the term superhero. You know, you had people like Hulk running around. You had Captain America running around in the 40s, but Iron Man was the first one to come out and be like, yeah, I'm a superhero. Yeah. I save people because it's the right thing to do. He was the first one to come out and own it. He was the first one to embrace his superhero identity.
Yeah.
Because Hulk, you got to look at Hulk. Hulk's whole thing is internal conflict. He's always fighting with himself. Whether it's Bruce fighting Hulk, Hulk hating Banner, the military attacking Banner, or Hulk,
And then you got Captain America, who was a soldier, not a superhero.
He was a war soldier. Yeah, He was a mascot. He wasn't a superhero. He was a mascot. So it wasn't until Iron Man that people started looking at those other two and yeah, they're heroes.
Looking at the MCU as a superhero franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm trying to think of it in the timelines. What about DC? And I know I'm going a little off topic here, but with Batman come out earlier, so did Superman, then Iron Man did, and they were both superhero films.
Now, when it comes to superhero films, let's be honest, that the genre of superhero films kicked off with Spider-Man. Let's be 100% honest. It kicked off with Spider-Man.
2002 Spider-Man. Yes.
Because people didn't really care about Superman because it's Superman. He's the superhero. Superman movies are just Superman movies. Batman is just Batman is just a lunatic dressing up in a costume because he has trauma and then beating up people because of his trauma.
Trauma and
Batman.
money.
No, because
Spider-Man is the first really dude with powers trying to do good.
You're so right. Stan Lee said it fucking best. He went Spider-Man. He made it so anyone could wear the mask. He embodied it. He made people feel like you could be Spider-Man. That was the whole premise of Spider-Man. Anyone could do it. Anyone can just save people, do stuff to just help people. Spider-Man was the basis for that. So I completely agree with you the more I think about it.
I think there were Superman movies, there were Batman movies, but it wasn't until Spider-Man came out where people were like, superhero movies, that's where we gotta go.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man got it rolling, got the ball rolling, and then Iron Man
he set the tone.
Yeah.
Because even before Spider-Man, Blade was out.
Yeah, but Blade That's a tricky one. Because so was Electra
Even
and
before,
Daredevil.
and like it was like Blade,
Yeah.
Daredevil, Elektra, and it wasn't even big until Spider-Man. Like,
Yeah.
I will say that I think Spider-Man led up like, oh, Spider-Man's a good film. Oh, Iron Man. And then people went, yeah, they're from the same franchise. And I think that's what got people like, okay, let's watch Iron Man. And then it blew up from there. Because I don't
yeah,
think many people knew who Spider-Man was. And I'm not saying that as a thing, but if you're not part of the comics and a new super movie just come out and there's no other, media about it back then, it's one of those, I'll see it, it looks cool kind of movies for a lot of people. But then
Yeah.
once it got popular and got out there, then Iron Man came out and it relates, oh, it's a Marvel movie.
and then
Oh,
DC saw what they were doing, and Warner Brothers was like, you know what, we need to catch up to Marvel. So that's when we start getting things like Batman versus Superman. Like,
well, we got the what was it? Is it Christopher? No, what is it?
Christopher Nolan, I think that was Dark Knight Returns. Yeah,
Yeah, we
And
got
don't forget about the X-Men.
the X-Men movies.
That
That's a
are
good shout. That came out as Spider-Man, didn't it?
yeah, actually, yeah. I think X-Men. I think X-Men came out right after Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, because it was one of those. Did they just ball out with Spider-Man and X-Men for the first time, Marvel? On like the
Yes, because
live
that
action?
the reason why is because Spider-Man and the X-Men were like the most popular characters in Marvel Comics at that point. Like, yeah,
But
the
would they
X-Men
be?
came out before Spider-Man. Like, so like,
But in those movies, are they considered superheroes or are they just mutants? They're
Well, the
they're
mutants who are
considered
superheroes.
mutants. Yeah, the mutants, but like the mutants in
No.
themselves are superheroes. Like, but
Yeah.
that's what I think most people looked at the X-Men like they're people like I think who said it best? I think it was the writer of the X-Men back in the day, Chris Claremont. He's the guy who wrote the X-Men. He wrote them as a discriminated group, like a disenfranchised group. Like he wrote the mutants as like
Outsiders.
yeah, kind of like I hate to get political, but they kind of like how black people were back in the day, like or like Mexicans or things now. That's how the X-Men were
yeah.
written.
Because
Like
X-Men, the press conference is like, we deserve rights too. You can't control us just because we're a little different, stuff like that. That I think around that time
Yeah.
kind of put a lot in perspective because around that time you got a lot of that, discrimination, just
yeah,
around the world, and so yeah, you know what? The more I think about Marvel and what they could have done with how they started off, I think they did beautifully, perfect with X-Men and Spider-Man.
yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
because if they tried to jump right into Avengers and stuff, nobody would have cared. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
If people tried to jump off with like, so say back in 2000, they had choices between X-Men, the Avengers, Spider-Man, and Iron Man. Like,
They had Fantastic Four.
yeah, Fantastic Four. I was gonna say the Fantastic Four. That was like what
was,
2004, I think it was. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so like if they had jumped straight into the Avengers without even like developing those characters, kind of like what they did with the X-Men, nobody would have cared about the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because what Marvel started getting more popular with like Captain America and stuff after like it was a war comic, wasn't it, to begin with? That they
Yeah,
sell
that's what
comics during war to
during World War II. Yep.
yeah, and I think that and then it going on like you're gonna have like old people tell their kids, yeah, this comic, that this was a beautiful comic during hard times, stuff like that, kind of passing it down. And I think early 2000s from then. Honestly, the timeline of how Marvel's built up is, I think, the best you're gonna get, and how they did it.
Honestly, they even tie the comics
Mhm.
into the movies now.
I just hope they keep the train rolling because it's been dwindling.
Yeah, with all the different writers and everything, but I think Doomsday is going to hit it off.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
if they do it right, and I mean they have set it up perfectly to do it beautifully, so they better do it right. They better not, causing the shit. Because one thing I have a little problem with and it's not for any other reason as in he's written badly, is the new Captain America, Sam Wilson.
Yeah.
In the comics, he's actually a pretty good Captain America. I mean, he doesn't stand up to Steve Rogers, but he does his own. Like, he stands his own ground, makes his own say, you know. But in the movies, he's, how do I put it? He's soft.
He's like set as a side character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I think even like I think I was watching a review about like Brave New World, and they were like, that wasn't Sam's movie. That was Red Hulk's movie. People were going there for Red Hulk, not for Sam. Like,
yeah. But then
like,
again, Marvel did milk the Red Hulk a lot in the trailers and the build up to that movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people didn't care about Sam because I think the problem with like Sam as Captain America is that in the movies they always have to have him paired up with somebody, whether it's Steve himself, Bucky during Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Red Hulk. Like, he's never really had a chance to stand on his own. He's always had to bounce off of somebody.
I think it would have been better if they did a Captain America with Sam Wilson, with a villain we've seen before. Just a standalone movie to build his ground.
Like I think that's what my problem with Brave New World was, because like out of all the villains to throw at Sam, Red Hulk, like Red Hulk, a Hulk villain, like.
Because with Captain America, you saw him build up. You saw him as a scrawny little kid understand his value in the world and build his character from there. With Sam Wilson, he's just someone who popped out the sky who ran with Steve Rogers one time, and now, like 6 years down the line, he's Captain America. We don't know his storyline. All we have seen is quick quirks, cool fighting skills, and that's it. Like, there was no build up to his character. So yeah, he just feels like he feels like a background character almost in that kind of movie, which is, it sucks because he has a lot of potential from the comics.
Yeah.
It does. It's Marvel can do better. It has done better. I think
we should probably sit through some of those movies at some point, you know.
Well, if we've got to do that, we have to watch Captain America and the Winter Soldier. No, what is it? No, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's it.
Yeah, I think so. I never saw it.
I saw it. It was good, but it still doesn't help the case. Does not help the case whatsoever. But yeah, because with Marvel recently, that they've been, I think popularity's got to their heads, thinking they can.
I think that's what it is. They think like we'll just pop out a TV show for 8 episodes and be okay. Like,
people watch it because it's Marvel. Like, that is a bad ideology to have in your head when doing stuff like that. Because when it started off, people went in and changed every little detail to match up. They made it work. They made everything subtle and beautiful and built up. Now it's just, oh, here's this, have that, that's that, you know. And
it's like it's only if like, I think they really do that with characters. The good movies are only about the characters you care about, like Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Avengers, Fantastic Four. And even Fantastic Four was just a remake of the original Fantastic Four movie. So
yeah.
I mean, like, it can be done. People just need to care more. Like,
I would say that I would appreciate Captain Marvel if they did her right, because they fucked up her entire origin story in that movie.
Yeah,
they fumbled the ball with that, and then they fucked it up with was it Kamala Khan or something like that?
Yeah, Kamala Khan, yeah, Miss Marvel.
Yeah, with her origin story, it's not the best. And there's nothing to relate to in the comics, and it looks like they're just banning them out, saying fuck it, here's a story, this is how it works now, and fucked off. Because after what was that movie called with Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan, and that woman?
The Marvels.
Yeah, that movie, I want to point out, is shit, because it's one of the worst Marvel movies I've ever seen in my life. That movie introduced the X-Men into the MCU. I want to point out
The tease Beast, yeah.
They teased Storm, Beast, and officially. I mean, Doctor Strange did it, but that was in a separate universe. But in our it was one of those. It messed up. It was one of those. Okay, now we get Beast and everyone. Okay, we got Professor X and Doctor Strange, which was cool. I like that. And you got Black Bolt. Great. Throwbacks to characters in TV shows like Immortals and stuff like that. But they messed it up so badly. It was one of the worst movies, and then they threw in the X-Men at the end. It made it feel cheap.
Yeah, because they tried to save it. Yeah, that's why people. Because a lot of people don't. I hate to say it, but if you're a fan of Captain Marvel, like of her, like you got to be a fan of like old school Captain Marvel, where she was she actually had a purpose. She was written well. Now she's kind of, and even now she's kind of one. She kind of just picks people to target, like in what was it? What was it? Civil War II. That storyline was horrible, but like she was attacking Miles Morales out of a theoretical future that could have happened where he killed Captain America.
See,
Didn't even ask any questions. Didn't even ask any questions. She was like, "That kid's got to go to jail. Put him in jail. It doesn't even matter." And Iron Man was like, "He's a kid. You can't even say that. Like he hasn't even done anything yet." Like, and Carol Danvers is just like, "Nope, throw him in jail. Doesn't matter." Carol Danvers as a character is just written poorly. Like back in the day, she was written as a sex object, and now she's just the one that everybody hates. It doesn't matter how strong she is, doesn't matter how powerful she is. If you see Carol Danvers in a comic, you're either going to be like, I'm either going to really hate this comic, or this is going to be a comic where she does nothing and everybody else is important. Like it's one of those two outcomes. Like,
yeah, I mean, for the Miss Marvel's movie, the point again, like we didn't get a backstory for like Kamala Khan. We got a crappy ass backstory. Didn't explain anything at all from the comics. Like all of them felt like side characters come together, and it was just a bad movie. You didn't have no emotional connection to it. With Tony, you've seen him go through thick and thin. From superheroes now, they just get the job done. There's no thick and thin. There's no hardships. There's no moral
there's no
dilemmas.
grinding
No
for
substance.
There's no build. There's no growth. It's just bang. Oh, they've got powers. That can handle that. Cool. They learned that in a quick second.
That's why I like that's what kind of why I like James Gunn's Superman, because how many times can you rewatch the origin of Superman? You know who he is. It's Superman. Like at least with James Gunn, he was like, let's tweak him a bit. Let's not change everything about him. Like, oh, Superman's woke. Like, no, he's not. Like how? Like that's why I can't get behind people who were like, Superman's not an immigrant. I'm like,
yes, he is.
He's a literal alien. Like he's literally an alien. Like
yeah, he was born somewhere
Honestly,
else. That is the definition of an immigrant.
Honestly, most movies nowadays seem to just be a cash grab.
Yeah, I can agree. Like,
I mean,
but there are people out there who are actually trying to take them back to like the good days, like James Gunn. Like I'm excited for Supergirl. Like
James Gunn going over to DC is the best decision DC could have made. Like,
honestly, I fully agree.
Yeah, I mean, when it goes on, I'm thinking of back to Marvel. I'm thinking because characters are so rushed. One of the best points to say that Marvel effed up was Ironheart. Straight, hands down. One of the worst ever projects ever made, and it was boosted so much. It got so many interviews before it came out. They spent so much of the budget just advertising that show, and then when people watched it, and the first minute into the show, she went, "Do you think Iron Man would be Iron Man if he wasn't a billionaire?" Everyone who was a fan of Marvel went, "Who are you? You don't have the right to say that. What's going on?" And that instantly killed the show for everyone in the first minute because of that alone. And the character that she just got put in, she can build a suit now. She never could before. She could build bits of the suit. She wasn't as clever as Tony Stark, and that was confirmed in Black Panther 2. But now, she's all smart now, and magic's involved. Cool. Nothing happens in that movie. Absolutely, in that TV show, nothing happened. It's just her going from bit to bit. Ah, cool. She joins the gang. Cool. Nothing happens. She leaves the gang. Cool. She meets who's that devil guy? It's not Maestro, is it? What's his name?
Mephisto?
Yeah, she meets him at the end. And nothing happens. Literally, there was no point to that show. There was no plot line, there was no continuation, there was nothing to build onto anything. It was just, here's a female Iron Man. I feel like that was just a proper, a woke statement that failed miserably because no one
Yeah, and
liked it.
that's why Riri as a legacy character sucks, whereas Miles shined. Like people, when people first read Miles Morales, they literally hated him, not just because he was black, but also because it was like, why is he Spider-Man? Like why? There's no reason for a new Spider-Man. They already had Peter Parker in this universe, but Peter died in the Ultimate Universe, and then Miles became Spider-Man. That's the whole reason of like anybody can wear the mask. That's why the Across the Spider-Verse movies are so good, because it's not just catering to some sort of demographic. It's like, well, it is, but it's like the message of you can be who you want to be, whether that's Spider-Man or Iron Man or like just some chemical engineer. Like it doesn't matter. You have the choice to do that. It's not, you aren't defined by the role you take up. It's the choices you make to get to that role.
Yeah. And Stan Lee said it because people did hate Miles, but Stan Lee stood out and went, anyone can wear the mask. The second he said that, Miles was, okay, he's cool. Like the second he announced that, yeah, anyone can wear the mask. Why is everyone mad? Like, he just pointed out, why are you actually mad? He's got the good morals. He's following the footsteps of a great superhero you enjoy. The second Stanley said that, it got thrown out the window. I'm like, yeah, we like Miles now. And I appreciate that. And now in today, you got the, Miles Morales game and stuff like that. And then you got the Across the Spider-Verse, which is just beautiful. But then again, that's Sony.
That is Sony. But then again, don't say that because of the whole Morbius situation.
See, I was so excited for Morbius. I'm not gonna lie to you. One, Matt Smith was in it. He's my favorite Doctor from Doctor Who, right? He was in it, and he wasn't the best. That movie was very, very dull. It was very, I don't know. It didn't have any feels to it. It was just, with movies, you expect a certain, with superhero movies, like a certain level of excitement, a certain level of intentions. Morbius didn't really have that. It was dark film, and it was supposed to be dark, and they pushed the darkness so much it became dull. Don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, basically went from superhero or / anti-hero to scary vampire movie. Well,
yeah, they had Blade to reference that off. Like, it makes no sense, because Blade is actually a really good movie with the suspense and everything, and it didn't follow any of that. The one movie about it that made money and was good didn't follow anything. I don't know. I think I'm not gonna lie. The second Disney took over is when it started.
yeah, Disney tends to tweak a lot that I'm not happy with.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Star Wars. But yeah, that's a topic for another day. So
right, let's finish this goddamn video.
Yeah, went a whole rant for like what, 45 minutes?
About 26 minutes. Let's play.
To the growing pains with him. It's hard to create realism in a story about a billionaire genius who builds an invincible power suit in his basement alone, but there's a grit to this story that actually grounds it. One thing I noticed and avoided at first because I know how people feel about product placements, and there are quite a few, but for me, wouldn't generic burger company, default phone carrier and manufacturer, or this car that's clearly an Audi but strangely has no emblem, be more conspicuous? I don't notice Dell, I'd be much more likely to notice Pell. So this really goes for all movies, I guess, but brands exist and they're visible in 90% of our everyday life. What a way to kick off the MCU. Really couldn't be happier for Jon Favreau. He assembled an amazing cast. It may not have been as accepted right after this movie, but Gwyneth Paltrow is Pepper Potts now, and Jeff Bridges really killed it as the villain. I love him as a hero, but he has a special way about him when it comes to being evil. Doesn't look like we'll be getting Iron Man 4 anytime soon, but you never know. I'm really liking this dynamic being created between Iron Man and Spider-Man, though. No teaser frame this week, but speaking of Spider-Man, I do have a question for you. Homecoming is coming soon, and I'm planning on winning some Spider-Man.
When did this video come out?
Yeah, probably like in 2017.
8 years ago. Wait, Homecoming came out
God.
8 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, the time's flying, man.
Dude, I saw that in theaters. I remember that day. That was 8 years ago. Oh. Dude, I'm not gonna.
And it's funny because, I actually gave Tom Holland some shit because I didn't. Call me biased as much as you want, but the reason why I didn't like Tom Holland as Spider-Man at first is because I hated the sign on his suit. That's why. That's literally why I gave him shit, because I didn't like his emblem. Like, I was like, I don't like that. Look,
Not for me.
it looks like an iWireless logo. I didn't like it. It's grown on me. Don't get me wrong. It's grown on me now. But when I first saw it, I was like, that's gross. I don't like that. Like,
this little emblem here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
One.
Yeah,
I think the reason was because I was getting heavily into trying to draw Spider-Man characters, and then I saw that, and I'm like, how do I draw that? I mean, call me biased, but yeah, that's the reason I didn't like Tom Holland at first.
It's this.
Ew. I don't like it.
Yeah,
it looks like a roach.
But then you got this. This is what this is.
I like that.
That's honestly better. That's honestly better.
Is there a correlation? There is. So these are all Tom Holland's emblems he's had. Civil War. I didn't really. That's what he had on Civil War. No.
Is it on the back?
Is it on the back? It might have been. I'm not. Here we go. These, beautiful. Wouldn't change a thing. Same with these. Alright? But when it goes in 2017, they fumbled a bit.
Yeah.
I think they tried to make it more techie than nature.
Yeah, because like they're trying to make him like, oh, it's like little Tony Stark. Like,
yeah. I mean, with Andrew Garfield, that was like, and Tobey
that's
Maguire.
one thing I never liked about Andrew's suit. Like, why were the legs so long? Like,
I actually liked it. I mean, it was a cool design. It portrayed him because he's skinny. It worked with his character. His suit became him when he acted in it, so I wasn't too mad about it. But I love the suit in general because it does look homemade. Like, other than Tobey Maguire's, which looks professionally suited to him. Andrew Garfield was actually, a teenager could make that. So I think Andrew's, I want to say, second suit in the second movie was my favorite suit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean,
because Toby's black suit pissed me off. I can fully say that. I can fully say that. Like, I was like, why does he have the web pattern on it? It's supposed to just be all black. Like, but
I mean, the new Tom Holland suit at the end of No Way Home. That is the classic, and I mean the suit, because you only saw a little bit glimpse of it, but you know that is the first ever like issue. That is a classic Spider-Man suit, which I'm hoping to see in the next Spider-Man movie. The suit, because
no, it's in it. It's in it. I've seen like,
dude, Tom. He was filming the movie that's coming out this year. He was filming it 3 years ago in Glasgow.
I mean, we're gonna work on it. All right. Are we ending it off now? Because we'll ramble on about spider logos forever.
Yeah. 123 win score. I had to give it a little more, but yeah. We're over an hour.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
ramble. We'll ramble a bit.
Okay, then let's end it here.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, shut
Yeah,
up.
all right.
Outro.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna get up out of here. You know, thanks for coming on. Also, by the way, we're starting a Twitch, so if y'all want to watch us play some video games or I don't know, react to reactions or whatever, join us here. Plug the Twitch, whatever we got to do.
I'll
I forget. Yeah, we have to look up every link that we have, but I'm pretty sure we have a TikTok, a Twitch, and there's something else, but
TikTok,
YouTube.
Twitch, YouTube. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So there were
and a Discord. Don't forget the Discord. We're active.
Discord.
I forgot the Discord. My bad. Yeah, we get the Discord too. Join us all over here.
Join the crack crew.
Also, if you got a topic that you want us to talk about, hell, plug it to us. Taking
Join the
suggestions.
Fiend family.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Peace.
See you later, crackheads.